Pair of linear equations in two variables. Continued. This is the part 2 of the chapter pair of linear equations in two variables. So in this part 2, in this particular module, we will cover the following. First one, solving couple of problems on what? How to find out whether a pair of linear equations in two variables are intersecting or coinciding or parallel, or whether they are consistent or inconsistent using the method of comparing the ratios a1 by a2, b1 by b2, c1 by c2. We will compare these three ratios and find out whether the two equations are coinciding, intersecting or parallel, or they are consistent, inconsistent. Second, solving pair of linear equations in two variables using the method substitution. You know, there are three methods described in this chapter for solving linear equations in two variables. So substitution is the first method. So we will see how to solve a pair of linear equations in two variables using substitution method. So these are the two linear equations in two variables. So in this is a1, this is b1, c1, and this is a2, b2 and c2. Now let us find out the ratios. Now a1 by a2, a1 by a2 is 5 divided by 7. Now b1 by b2, b1 by b2 is minus 4 divided by plus 6. Now this is 2 2s are 2 3s are, so b1 by b2 is minus 2 divided by 3, and c1 by c2 equal to minus 8 divided by 9. Now in this case a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. When these two ratios are not equal, then we know that two linear equations in two variables are intersecting. When they are intersecting, we will have exactly one solution. And we also say that these two equations are consistent. Let us take the second example. So 9x plus 3y plus 12 equal to 0, 18x plus 6y plus 24 equal to 0. Now a1 by a2 equal to 9 divided by 18, that is half. Now b1 by b2 is equal to 3 divided by 6, that is also half. Now c1 by c2 equal to 12 divided by 24, that is also half. Now we have a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2. In such a case where all three ratios are equal, then the two equations are coinciding, or the lines representing these two equations are coinciding. When the two lines are coinciding, we have infinite number of solutions, because the two lines come one above the other and every point on the line is the solution of both the equations. And when we have two lines coinciding, then we say that these two equations are consistent. Let us take third example. 6x minus 3y plus 10 equal to 0, 2x minus y plus 9 equal to 0. Now here a1 by a2 equal to 6 divided by 2 equal to 3. b1 by b2 equal to minus 3 divided by minus 1. This is also 3 plus 3. Here also it is plus 3. Now c1 by c2 equal to 10 divided by 9. So now when you compare the ratios, we find a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 but not equal to c1 by c2. When we have such a scenario, then we say that the two lines representing these two equations they are parallel, means they don't meet, so you do not have any solution. Solution is there only if the lines meet, and we say that such two lines are inconsistent. That means if we have solution for the two equations, then we say the equations are consistent, but here no solution, so the equations are inconsistent. Substitution method of solving pair of linear equations in two variables. We said that there are three methods of solving pair of linear equations in two variables that we are going to cover in this chapter. So the first method is the substitution method. So what do you mean by substitution method? Let us see. Let us take an example, simple example. Two linear equations, two variables, x plus 2y equal to 10 and 4x minus y equal to 30. Now let us take the first equation. Now represent any one of the variables in terms of the other. In this case, let us take x in the left side and take the y to the right side. So now it is x equal to 10 minus 2y. We have to represent one variable in terms of the other. Here x is equal to 10 minus 2y. Now take the second equation in this equation and substitute the value of x in this case, and then the entire equation will be in terms of y, and we can solve y and substitute the value of y in this equation. You will get x. Since we are substituting the value of x in the second equation, or one of the variables in the second equation, this method is known as substitution method. So now we have x equal to 10 minus 2y. So in the second equation, we will substitute 4 into x. X is 10 minus 2y, then minus y. This is equal to 13. So 40 minus 8y minus y equal to 13. So, or we can say that here, now 40, 13 we will bring to the left side, so minus 13 is equal to 8y plus minus y, so minus 9y will take it to the right side, that will become plus 9y, or 27 equal to 9y, therefore y equal to 27 divided by 9 equal to 3. So we got the value of y here. So now substitute in this equation. So where we have represented x in terms of y. So here x equal to 10 minus 2 into y. Y is 3. So this is 10 minus 6 equal to 4. So we have the value of x equal to 4, y equal to 3. Of the two equations, we have to take first one equation and represent one variable in terms of the other, then substitute that value in the second equation and solve that equation and get the value of one variable, that is y here, and substitute it here. Now let us solve a couple of problems here. So first one is, the two equations are s minus t equal to 3 and s by 3 plus t by 2 equal to 6. Now here s minus t equal to 3, so now we can represent s in terms of t, that is 3 plus t. Now second equation, it has got fractions. The coefficients are fractions, so the LCM of 3 and 2 is 6, so multiply all the terms by 6. Multiply by 6. So this will become s divided by 3 into 6 plus t divided by 2 into 6 equal to 6 into 6, that is 36. So this is 2 times, this is 3 times. So what you have is 2s plus 3t equal to 36. Now s value is represented in terms of t. So substitute s value in this equation. So 2 into 3 plus t plus 3t, this is equal to 36, not 30. 36. So 6 plus 2t plus 3t equal to 36. Now 2t plus 3t, so 5t equal to, again I am writing as 30, so 36 this one. So this is 36 minus 6 equal to 30. Therefore t equal to 30 divided by 5 is equal to 6. T equal to 6. Now substitute the value of t here. So this is 3 plus 6 equal to 9. So s equal to 9, t equal to 6. This is the solution of this set of linear equations in two variables. Next problem. 0.2x plus 0.3y equal to 1.3, 0.4x plus 0.5y equal to 2.3. Now in both the cases multiply both all the terms by 10 in both the cases. So this equation will become 2x plus 3y equal to 13. The other equation will become 4x plus 5y equal to 23. Now this one here you can express 2x in terms of y, that is 13 minus 3y, or x equal to 13 minus 3y divided by 2. Now let us take the second equation here and substitute value of x. So now 4 into x, so 4 into x is 13 minus 3y divided by 2 plus 5y equal to 23. So 2 cancels. Now 13 into 2, that is 26 minus 6y plus 5y equal to 23. So this becomes 26 minus 23, and this minus 6y plus 5y, so minus y goes to the other side, it becomes y. Therefore y equal to 3. So value of y equal to 3. Now substitute in this to find out x. So x equal to 13 minus 3 into 6. Sorry, 3 into 3, y equal to 3. So this is 3 into 3 is 9. So 3 into 3 divided by 2. So 13 minus 9 divided by 2 equal to 4 divided by 2 equal to 2. So therefore we have the value of x equal to 2 and y equal to 3. We started with the equations where the coefficients are in decimals. So first get rid of those decimals by multiplying by 10, or if it is 2 decimals here, you have to multiply by 100. Then solve the equations. Third problem, next problem. Solve 2x plus 3y equal to 11 and 2x minus 4y equal to 24, and hence find out the value of m for which y equal to mx plus 3. In this equation, m is unknown. Now y and x, how do we know y and x? We have two linear equations in two variables. We have to solve this one using substitution method and find the value of x and y. Substitute in this equation and find out the value of m. Now let us take the two equations. 2x plus 3y equal to 11. 2x minus 4y equal to 24. So this can be represented as 2x equal to 11 minus 3y. Therefore, x equal to 11 minus 3y divided by 2. Okay, this step is not necessary because we have 2x equal to 11 minus 3y, but here 2x is there, so we can directly substitute 2x as 11 minus 3y. So this step is not required. So 11 minus 3y minus 4y equal to 24. So this is minus 7y equal to 24. Sorry, I have written the problem wrong. So this is minus 24. So this is minus 24 here. This is minus 24. So it is minus 7y equal to minus 24 minus 11. So it equal to minus 35. Therefore, y equal to minus 35 divided by minus 7 equal to plus 5. So value of y equal to 5. So then we have here 2x equal to 11 minus 3y. So it is 11 minus 3 into 5. So 11 minus 15. So that is equal to minus 4. Therefore, x equal to minus 4 divided by 2 equal to minus 2. So now we have value of x and we have value of y both. So now we have to find out the value of m here. So y equal to mx plus 3, that is what is given. So y equal to 5 equal to m into x is equal to minus 2 plus 3. So this is minus 2m equal to 5 minus 3. So 2 equal to minus 2m. Therefore, m equal to 2 divided by minus 2 equal to minus 1. Next problem. Form a pair of linear equations and solve. The larger of two supplementary angles exceeds the smaller by 18 degrees. Find the angles. Two angles. Let us take two angles A and B. Two angles are said to be supplementary if you add them, the value is 180 degree. If sum of the two angles is 180 degree, then those two angles are known as supplementary angles. So this itself is the first equation in two variables. Now second, the larger, let us take A is larger. The larger of the supplementary angles exceeds the smaller by 18. So the larger angle is A is larger by 18 degrees. So if I subtract B from that, the difference between the larger and the smaller angles is 18 degree. That is what is meant by this. The larger of the two supplementary angles exceeds the smaller by 18. If A is larger, then if you subtract the smaller angle, then you must get 18 degree. So this is very straightforward. So this is equation 2. Now let us take equation 2 here. So and substitute A in terms of B. So A equal to B plus 18. Now let us substitute that here. A equal to B plus 18. So B plus 18 plus B equal to 180. So 2B equal to 180 minus 18. So 180 minus 18, that is equal to 162. 162. Therefore B equal to 162 divided by 2, it is 81 degree. If B is 81, so A equal to B plus 18. So A is 81 plus 18. So this is 99 degree. So 99. A equal to 99 degree. B equal to 81 degree. If you add those two, you must get 180. So the last problem here. Then we will move on to the next method. So here, if fraction becomes 9 by 11 if 2 is added to both numerator and denominator. If 3 is added to both means numerator and denominator, it becomes 5 by 6. Find the fraction. Let the numerator be x, denominator be y. So now you are adding 2 to both, that is x plus 2 divided by y plus 2 is equal to 9 divided by 11. Let us solve this one and find out the equation first. So cross multiply 11x plus 22 is equal to 9y plus 18, or 11x minus 9y, that is equal to 18 minus 22 equal to minus 4. So 11x minus 9y equal to minus 4. This is equation 1. Now the second equation, it says if 3 is added to both, it becomes 5 by 6. So now what it means is I add 3 to the numerator and 3 to the denominator, it becomes 5 by 6. Now cross multiply again. 6x plus 18 equal to 5y plus 15. So 6x minus 5y equal to 15 minus 18. So therefore 6x minus 5y equal to minus 3. This is the second equation. Now let us represent here this one, x in terms of y. So here now 11x equal to, I will take 9y to the other side. This becomes 9y minus 4. Therefore x equal to 9y minus 4 divided by 11. Now let us substitute that value in the second equation. So 6 into x is 9y minus 4 divided by 11. minus 5y equal to minus 3. So now the best thing here is multiply everything by 11. So if you multiply all the terms by 11, this becomes 6 into 9y minus 4. 11 cancels. This becomes 11 into 55y equal to minus 33. So 9 into 6, 54y minus 24 minus 55y equal to minus 33. 54y minus 55y. So minus y equal to minus 33 plus 24. So this becomes minus 9. So therefore y equal to 9. Now if y equal to 9, then we have x equal to 9y minus 4 divided by 11. So 9 into 9 minus 4 divided by 11. So this is 81 minus 4 divided by 11, that is 77 divided by 11 equal to 7. So x equal to 7, x equal to 7, y equal to 9. So the given fraction is, answer is 7 equal to 7 divided by 9. This is the fraction.